Hi there. So in this brief video, I want to take a few minutes and show you how metrics can show up on a strategic plan. So on the screen here, you'll see a fictitious strategic plan for a fictitious organization called the Ohio Food Bank Network. And this plan, like all the plans that we create, has two simple sections, really easy to understand and navigate. So section one is called our compass, and you see these different elements of the compass here. And the compass basically provides you with ongoing long-term direction for your organization. And then section two is called our actions, and this is divided up into a set of focus areas, like in this case, capital campaign programs, operations, etc. So these are buckets of focus that you and your team would be focusing on. And so that's the basic structure of the plan. I'm not spending too much time on that with you right now, but that's the basic flow of what the strategic plan looks like. Now the metrics, as you can see here on the screen, there are three different types of metrics that you can set up within your strategic plan. One is called a key metric. Another type of metric is a focus area metric, as indicated here. And a third type of metric is a goal metric, as you can see right here. Now, the key metrics are, and they're called key on purpose. They're the main types of metrics that you would use at your organization to measure your overall success. So in this case, this is a statewide food bank network, and they've determined that their key metrics that stakeholders or funders or leaders of the team or board members are looking at to see how they're actually doing in pursuit of their mission. Their metrics are statewide hunger rate, food donated, for advocacy purposes, their number of state legislators they've engaged, or the percentage of state legislators that they've engaged, and how many food banks are actually in their network. So these are what they call their key metrics. And we recommend that as you evolve in your strategic planning process, to adopt 3 to 5 key metrics that relate back to your mission and are helping, that you could say, help you determine the success of your organization. And so you can see in this case, these are the 4 that this organization has. So 2 other types of metrics, one other type of metric here, a focus area metric, is about helping you measure progress towards your vision for a particular focus area within your plan. So you can see this focus area here, this capital campaign focus area, has a 3-year vision that they hope to create a $3 million capital campaign in order to purchase a new warehouse for the organization. And so their metric is they're measuring their progress here towards that 3 million. You can see they're at 1.65 million as of November 11th, and their target is 3 million by the end of 2023. So this is a focus area metric, and similarly, here's a focus area metric for programs. They want food banks, they're targeting 7, and unrestricted annual revenue, they're targeting 75K, and they're at 45K, and this supports this vision here. So those are focus area metrics. So they operate mechanically and visually the same as key metrics, but these are a little smaller in scope for the focus areas, and for a 3-year vision is what these particular metrics are all about. And then if I scroll down here to the goals, so these are annual goals, and they're using in this plan a metric to measure board size, and a metric to measure the development of their advisory council, how many advisory council members that they have. So you can, so this is for goals themselves. And for a goal, you have the ability to measure and track goals in different ways here. So metrics are a little less relevant perhaps than in the focus area or the key metrics, because you can measure and track goals using the existing features within the goals. But you may want to have 1 or 2 metrics to measure the numbers specifically, and so that's where we have a goal metric that you can utilize. So those are the 3 different types of metrics on the plan: the goal metrics, the focus area metrics, and a key metric here. Now I'll take just a moment and set one up for you. So up here in the menu, you'll see metrics is actually an application within the plan. Here are the different metrics that are part of this particular plan. We're going to add a new metric, and I'm going to call this professional development plans. And the metric or the unit is percentage. In other words, we want 100% of our team members to have professional development plans established. And so we're going to say the value is 100, and we want that to be accomplished by, let's say, the end of December 2022. So we hit save, and so now we've just created this metric. You can see it right here, but we haven't done any measurements yet. So let's stick a couple of measurements in there. So go to add measurements, and let's say we're on track, and the value here is, let's say we're at 50% of our staff that we've hit, and let's say that was where we were back on August 1. And so I'll hit save. Let's put another measurement in there right now. Let's say that we're now at 70%, so I'm just going to increase this a little bit. I suppose I could just do that and make it easier, 70%, and that's measured today, and we hit save. And so now you've got this metric that shows we're at 70% as of today. The target is 100% that we're shooting for. And if we go back to our plan, what we can do now is in this staffing focus area down here at the bottom of the plan, one of the visions is that we've created professional development processes for the organization. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit this focus area, and I'm going to add a metric here, and this is the last one we just created. I'll hit save, and so now you'll see on this particular focus area that particular metric is showing up within that particular focus area, so we can measure our progress. So it's really simple to create, track. We can add additional metrics, etc. And we can do that for focus areas, for goals, or for the overall plan as key metrics. So hopefully you get a sense of both the functionality of how you can create metrics within the software, but also the concept of some metrics and how they can have different types of metrics within a strategic plan. Thanks a lot.